Hello beautiful people, I hope you're all doing well. We're well into the summer and some of you must be enjoying the sunshine right now, experiencing record temperatures, the occasional heat wave, or if you're in the UK, a somewhat underwhelming summer, if you want to call it that. Nonetheless, with the summer comes a need to adjust our outfits, whether this is incorporating in new pieces, adding accessories, removing or adding layers in some cases, whatever it might be. Here are a few tips, tricks, do's and don'ts to add a little more interest to your outfits, but in the right way. Sunglasses are a really cool and easy way to level up your outfit. They can make a real style statement, boost confidence, and most importantly, they are practical. Who would have thought, considering that I only bought my first pair of proper sunglasses earlier this year, a couple months ago in fact, and when the sun's out, these are a real lifesaver. Sunglasses come in so many different shapes and sizes, colors, tints, shades, and it can be really difficult navigating it. Nonetheless, it's all about trial and error, and once you find that sweet one, it's an unbelievable feeling. Jewelry is a great way to add some ice, if you can afford it, to your outfit. But the reason that I like it in particular is because of the subtle details and the way it can just elevate an outfit, bringing in more interest. A simple ring, necklace or bracelet can help to elevate the outfit and just add those subtle details, considering that you're going to be in some sort of legwear, be it shorts or trousers and a t-shirt for the most part of the summer. Whilst I don't personally wear any necklaces or bracelets, which is something that I might consider, I would highly recommend to you guys to try them out to see if they work for your aesthetic. And when it comes to jewelry, less is definitely more. Don't go over the top with loads of rings. And I know I mentioned ice, but rarely does that look good unless it's very small and subtle. Keep it minimalistic and make a statement in the right way. Think about the color of your socks too. If you're not one to care too much about your socks, then it's time you start making them a priority for the summer. I mean, it always baffles me how people come out with holes in their socks. But anyway, no judgments from me. I cop the majority of my socks from Uniqlo, and there's 4 for $9.90, which I don't think is crazy expensive, and they come in a range of colors. And this is a great way that you can add more interest to your outfits, as you don't necessarily need to stick to black or white. I would highly recommend that you stick with neutral colors. If you do want to push the boat out a little bit more and go for something a little more colorful, then absolutely do that. But make sure it just fits in with the whole aesthetic and it isn't too crazy or over the top. And my last tip for socks is, please don't do this. Keep your socks at a respectable height like this. Don't want to be looking like your granddad or something like that, or you're out to go and play golf. I don't know. High socks is just looking nerdy. It ain't right. Don't do it, please. It can sometimes be very difficult finding a lightweight pair of trousers for the summer, but the easiest option that I could recommend to you guys is going for linen trousers, if you're open to trying them. Personally, I don't have a pair, and the main reason is that I just find them difficult to iron and get the creases out. When it comes to trousers for me for the summertime, I'll opt for my Olive Clothing canvas balloon trousers. They're made from this lightweight material, and the balloon nature of them helps me to get some air in and around the legs, helping to cool me down. However, if you're not a fan of either of these options, then there are other alternatives out there. Just make sure you keep a close eye on the composition of the trousers to ensure that they are going to help to keep you cool. Materials like rayon, bamboo, silk, some cottons and performance blends will be great options. These days, I'm not a huge fan of backpacks for one main reason, and the fact is that they cause back patches. And this isn't just in summer, but obviously it's gonna happen a lot more in the summer. You could just be simply rushing somewhere to catch a train, you take off your backpack, and there you have it. You've got a massive sweat patch on your back. Backpacks just tend to trap heat, which is why I'm opting for a lightweight tote bag this summer. And even though you might get a little sweat patch on your shoulder with the tote bag, it's much, much better than having a huge sweat patch on your back. Not to mention, they're a great way to elevate your outfit as they come in so many different shapes, styles, colors. They can just add that little pop, especially if you're opting for a more monochrome outfit. They're easy and functional. What's there not to love about a tote bag? I know some of you might like flip-flops or whatever you want to call it, you know, the ones with the toe separation, but simply put, allow it. If you want to go for sandals, which I definitely think you should go for in the summer, then I would opt for ones without the toe separation. I mean, dad vibes are definitely in, but this isn't one of those aesthetics that you want to pick up. If you do want to go for sandals, then the options that I would recommend to you guys would be the typical ones like Birkenstocks, Suicoats, or some other stylish alternatives that might be out there. But whatever you do, don't go for those flip-flops. And you can style your sandals with socks or without socks. But if you're going without socks, then make sure those toes and nails are looking immaculate. Perhaps you're not a fan of caps or hats, but I would highly recommend them as they help to protect your scalp from radiant heat, so they're definitely worth the investment. I, for one, am a big fan of hats because they can help to add a little more interest to your outfits. Similarly with socks, sunglasses, and tote bags, they can add that pop of color. And if you can't be bothered to do your hair, then slap a cap on and you're good to go. But like with sunglasses, there are so many different shapes, fits, and styles, especially when it comes to hats. You've got caps, bucket hats, whatever you want to choose, but it's definitely more about finding the one that fits your face and your head. I'll usually opt for the regular baseball cap and sometimes mixing it up with a bucket hat. And again, don't break the bank for this, as there are some seriously overpriced caps out there. I would just stick to something like Nike or even H&M or Uniqlo. Try and go for just a basic hat to begin with, and then if you do want to spend a little more, then by all means do. Guys, it's getting hot out here, which means you're sweating a lot more. Deodorant, of course, it goes without saying, but get yourself a summer fragrance or a fragrance at the very least. And you don't have to break the bank for this. One fragrance that I've been using for a number of years is £12 and it's from Zara. And I seem to get a lot of good reviews and people seem to love it. Just try and make a little bit more of an effort when it comes to aftershave and fragrances, and trust me, it will make the world of difference. Some summer notes and scents that you might want to consider are fragrances that have refreshing notes of vanilla, coconut, bergamot, and lemon, to name a few. Now you're wearing less layers or none at all. T-shirts become more of a statement piece as they're not being covered by hoodies or sweatshirts. So make the most of this and make them stand out through opting for a colored tee or a graphic tee, rather than your typical black or white tee, particularly in my case. I'll usually go for a small logo on the front or maybe a back print as well, like this Reebok's X Pleasures t-shirt, or I'll go for something bold on the front, but still clean, like this Woodwood green t-shirt that I have on. Layer up, and I don't mean in the usual sense of layering up. Summertime needs open shirts, and unless you're on a beach somewhere, I hope you're not just bare-chested. What I would opt for in terms of layering up is grab a t-shirt, tuck it in, and then chuck a shirt on top. But in my opinion, especially for the summer, that looks kind of dead. So what I'll be going for is a vest or tank top. And again, tuck it in, give it a bit of hang, put a shirt on top, and that looks so much better. It's great in terms of breathability, as your armpits are a little more exposed, the neckline is a lot lower, so it can help to cool you down a bit more. And with that lower neckline, it can help to show off that necklace that you might have on. Okay, beautiful people, those are my tips, tricks, do's and don'ts for the summer. Do with it what you will. Hopefully I've given you some inspiration and some things to think about. Make sure you like and subscribe. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.